Welcome to Storytime. Jiminy Cricket's examining the journals he wrote about his 2 adventures with Sora. Of course, the first one's been erased except for the message to thank Nominee. Oh, and some new message that seems to have appeared on its own. Jiminy goes to Mickey, who along with Donald and Goofy have returned to Disney Castle. Mickey believes that even if the words in the journal are gone, the memories that went into it are still inside. Chip and Dale convert the book's contents into data, but there's corrupt data blocking them from analyzing it. Their solution is to take the data of Sora from inside the book and have him investigate with his own little data keyblade. This could perhaps raise some ethical concerns about, artificial intelligence and cloning, but Mickey ain't got time for none of that, so we're just gonna have to let it go. Surprising everyone, a data organization member shows up and helps lead Sora to the data memory of the Destiny Islands. Using the keyblade, Sora seals it off and a new entry shows up in the real journal. Just like in the real world, darkness overtakes the island and Sora is flung into it. Mickey and Ko see Riku being brought into the realm of darkness by Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, which is strange since Jiminy never saw or wrote about that. Data Sora ends up in Traverse Town, where he fights the glitches while a new scene of Pluto running into a portal plays. Something else that Jiminy never saw. Heartless arrive in the IRL castle, and Mickey wants to check the rest of it, but they're locked in his study. The data organization member confronts Sora in Wonderland and tells him that memory and reality are connected. Data Sora appears in Disney Castle and he's followed by Data Riku. Riku explains that when Sora's memories were reformed, the bugs entered the journal and he was created to protect it. He also reveals that Mickey, Donald, and Goofy have actually been transferred into the datascape themselves.
Imported? Where?
You really haven't noticed?
Huh?
Oh? Alright.
Datascape? We're in the journal?
A hacker tries to break into the data, so Sora keeps going through the worlds to try and delete the bugs. Pete sneaks into the castle and gets sucked into the datascape as well. Maleficent follows him, and though she has no idea what's going on or what a computer even is, she sees a bunch of worlds ripe for the taking. She shatters the data keyblade, but Mickey and Data Riku arrive to help Sora out. Since she now controls the only way out of the datascape, Maleficent's going to swarm the data worlds with Heartless and then send them back out into the real Disney Castle. She kidnaps Riku and escapes. There's only one bugged world left, but Sora doesn't have a keyblade anymore and they can't really program him a new one from inside the datascape. Mickey goes off by himself, but Sora follows, and of course Donald and Goofy aren't far behind. They track down Pete, who swarms them with Heartless and bugs. Pete says it's a waste of time trying to save Sora because he's just data, but Donald and Goofy consider him just as real as their Sora.
Why, he's a phony! You guys made him, and that keyblade of his, he's not even real!
Oh, why don't you be quiet? Show us our friend, no matter what.
Donald!
Huh, some friend? He ain't nothing more than an empty shell. The kid doesn't even have a heart.
That's not true. We've all got Sora's heart right here inside us.
What a load of bunk.
You'll see it if you pay attention. Why would Sora keep fighting for us, no matter how hard things got for him, if he didn't care about us?
And me and Donald, we're always gonna fight for him too. That's because he's in our hearts as much as we're inside of his. Something else, and I can say this for sure. Sora is our friend, and that makes him our power. Let's say it together. My friends are my power.
So real quick, let's take a moment to go back to your boy Tron. Remember when we said that the question of whether data people have hearts would come back? Here's where Kingdom Hearts gives us its answer. A person made of data, even if they're a copy, can still form connections with people, can still feel things. That makes their hearts real. Sora reaches out to save his friends and finds the keyblade in his hand. Sora bops Pete, so he summons Data Riku, who has been corrupted because apparently Pete is actually a pretty good hacker. Riku begs Sora to delete him before attacking Sora against his will. Sora knocks him out and goes into Riku's data to try and repair him. Inside, Riku gives Sora the extra data that wasn't from Sora's own memories. He wants to dive into the darkness and take the bugs with him, but Sora's not about that life and is going to save him. He sends Sora into data worlds created from Riku's memories. This might seem confusing, but these are different worlds from the worlds that Data Sora visited before. They're data memory worlds within other data memory worlds, and it's not the last time we're going to see this concept. You don't have to think too hard about it. The basic thing to know is that you can consider these full real worlds in terms of how Kingdom Hearts defines them, even if they're not the originals. Everything is connected, everything is real. So Data, Sora, and Riku share a quiet moment on the beach. Riku regretting having pulled everyone into the datascape, but feeling he had no choice to keep the bugs from getting into the real world. Sora clears out all the bugs in Riku, and he opens the door back to the real world for Mickey, Donald, and Goofy. The journal's data can now be reset and all the entries recovered, but that reset will wipe everyone's memories of what happened in the datascape.
But actually, I'm okay with it. Besides, you won't be able to get rid of us that easily. Me and Riku, we aren't going anywhere. We might lose some memories, But that doesn't matter when we've still got you guys. Our adventure may not be found in the journal, but you'll always find us in your hearts. No matter what happens, we'll be right here. As long as you remember us and everything that we've been through together, well then, who knows?
Sora?
Everyone comes to terms with it, but an alarm goes off as a glitch is found in the journal. Riku wants to lock it off, but Mickey's not willing to sacrifice the data people. Oh, also Maleficent and Pete are still in there, and I guess it would be bad to trap them in a datascape forever. Speaking of them, they're fighting the glitch Heartless and Sora comes to their rescue. Riku believes that the journal's problems are a result of Sora turning into a Heartless and Hollow Bastion. The darkness within the journal growing stronger as Data Sora defeated the Heartless in the journal. Mickey comes back into the datascape to help Sora out, and they defeat the giant Heartless together. Maleficent and Pete leave, but now that Maleficent knows that a book can have worlds inside it, she believes the legend of the Book of Prophecies is true. With that book, which is rumored to detail the future, she should be able to create new worlds, and so she sets out to see if there's a connection between the two books.
I don't know. That sounds like nothing more than fluffy pink kids' fairy tale stuff. It just sounds too good to be true.
Ah, but who's to say a fairy tale's not true? And I ask you, how does that differ from this world they call the datascape?
With all the real-world people gone, Data Sora resets the journal, deleting his own memories. Riku finds a new world within the journal, and Mickey goes to reintroduce himself to Sora. The new world is Castle Oblivion, and there Sora meets Data Roxas. He guides Sora through the castle as he meets illusions of his friends, taunting Sora with a nihilistic view that memories and friends are all unimportant and temporary, and Sora's connections are just going to cause hurt and sadness that will drag him into the darkness. Eventually, Data Roxas and Sora fight, and though Roxas assumes Sora's looking down on him, Sora connects with him instead. Roxas reveals he was just testing Sora's ability to take ownership of the hurt connected to him. He rejoins with Sora, who moves on and meets Data Nominee. So here's what happened. While repairing real Sora's memories, real Nominee found a bunch of memories connected to other people within him. The real Sora is going to have to awaken these memories, but they're going to be painful to unlock. Nominee put the foreign memories into the journal to help prepare Sora via the bugs. Mickey offers to help Data Sora absorb the memories. They see Roxas, Axel, Nominee, and Xion, then Aqua, Terra, and Ventus. All these people are connected to the real Sora, and it's up to him to find them and wake them from their sleep.
Yes, 2 of them you have met. As for the third, I never realized it, but you and he share a very special connection.
Yeah.
Nominee, you said Sora has to call these memories to the surface. Is it time?
I can't say for sure, but I do know. A day will come when they must rise from their sleep. And then, the only one who can save them will be Sora.
Mickey promises to pass the message along. And just to make sure the ending isn't too happy because this is a Kingdom Hearts game, the Data Nominee is going to be deleted because she doesn't belong in the journal. Before Data Sora leaves though, he fulfills the promise the real Sora never got to and thanks Nominee for helping him out. Mickey writes Sora a letter telling him everything that's happened and about the sleeping memories within him. He then goes to Yen Sid, letting him know that Ventus's heart is within Sora and it's finally time to save him, Terra, and Aqua. Unfortunately, with Xehanort's Heartless and Nobody being destroyed, his original self is going to reform soon, which is not good. Sora and Riku have accomplished a lot, but they're both self-taught Keyblade wielders, and in preparation for their final battle, it's time for them to take the Mark of Mastery exam.